You can always count on Madrid to make the game as hard as possible. Honestly, guys. Like, this game should have ended 3-0. Maybe even more goals, honestly. But it ends up 3-2. How? How? Like, honestly, when they were 2-0 up in the first half, I was like, I know Madrid. I know Madrid this season. Like, there's no way this game is ending 2-0. There's no way Madrid are keeping a clean sheet. Like, it's not happening, right? And that's exactly what occurred, right, in the second half. And it is, yeah, man, I think this season just needs to end, you know. Whether they're able to actually to win La Liga, we'll see. They're going to play against Barcelona in the coming game. So, yeah, it's fourth chance now for them to actually beat Barcelona. We'll see if they can do it. But, yeah, I think you can really see that this season, man, like Madrid are just not at it, right? And there's a lot of like small things going on, you know, and I think they will be corrected for next season. You know, the first one being Ancelotti gonna leave, you know, only a matter of time, and then Alonso coming in. So on this game, yeah, like I said, in the first half, like it was pretty like it wasn't like an exciting game, you know. The first half was kind of like low intensity. You know, Celta Vigo themselves like didn't seem like weren't playing good, you know. And I was like, we've seen it this season. Like, if a team actually goes at Madrid, man, you can get at them. It's so easy to shoot on Courtois' goal. You know, it's so easy to penetrate them when a team actually wants to go and attack Madrid. The first half, Celta Vigo chose not to attack Madrid, so it was quite easy. And then Madrid didn't start off with any intensity, right? And then they get the first goal. Amazing goal from Arda Guler. I think I prefer this one as opposed to the one he scored last week against Getafe. It was a nicely worked corner, you know. And yeah, Arda Guler stepping up again. You know, I've really been impressed with him these last couple of games. I think he seems to be one of the players who's really stepping up, you know, towards the end of the season when we actually when normally Madrid's players are playing the best, right, towards the end of the season. So for him to have scored, yeah, the first goal today, the only goal last week, you know, it shows a lot of character from him, right? That he's showing that quality, you know, when the big stars aren't really showing up. So I think overall his play, he's exactly like what the kind of play that we need right now. Because like I said, the front three, it doesn't work, and because they're too much of the same player. Maybe we'll go one more season with them next year, which is most likely. But I don't think after next season that we're going to have those front three up there as our starting lineup, because it just doesn't work. They're too much of the same player. So now when you actually have somebody like Arda Guler who's coming in and actually just doing something different, you know, like he's getting the pockets, right? The pockets where Bellingham should be, but he's not. He's getting the pockets. He's dropping deep when he needs to. You know, he's trying to find ways to break down a team, doing amazing through balls. Like nobody else in Madrid seems to be able to do like a through ball. You know, so he's playing like I expect the forward players to play, right? So it was refreshing having him there, and then also to score the goal as well. And also now tying in that front three, it does not work. You know, when Mbappe has had his best game, it was when Vini was not on the pitch. When Vini has had his best game, Mbappe is not on the pitch. This time, Rodrigo's not on the pitch, and then Mbappe scores like 2 goals, right? But what I'm trying to say is that like this season, there has not been one game. You can't tell me one game where we had those front three, Vini, Mbappe, and Rodrigo, and they played amazing. You know, we haven't had that, right? So it's just showing that there's no chemistry, and that's something I'm really seeing a lot, like with a few different areas on the pitch. Vini and Fran Garcia, no chemistry whatsoever. Like they can't read each other play. Vini, in all fairness, doesn't even use Fran Garcia, right? So there's no chemistry there. There's no chemistry building. I don't think there's ever gonna be a chemistry over there. Partly, and I think that's one reason we also need like a left back as well, right, for next season. Mbappe and Vini, same thing, man. Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. Like towards the end, like just to highlight these two, right? They're literally making the same run. You know, it's just maybe like 5 minutes away from the game being finished, and they're making the same run. And I'm like, dude, guys, it's been almost like it's been a full season. You know, and you guys are still playing the same way. You're still making the same runs, you know. So it's crazy how they haven't. The adaptation is so slow, and the chemistry is not building. So this is something that next season, that's most likely Alonso is gonna have to is gonna build, you know. And then Mbappe, man, he scored 2 goals. Well done. You know, he has 35 for the season so far. Well done. But I was not happy with his play, you know, especially in the first half. But yeah, I can pretty much just say the whole game, man. Like the lack of movement is unbelievable, man. Like he was just like a passenger, you know, and yeah, shows how good he is that he can still score 2 goals, you know. But overall, man, like just seeing players like just walking on the pitch, you know, like, and not doing any movement, not running in behind the defense. The previous games, like, he was coming deep, which I thought he was actually doing quite a lot. This game, he barely even went deep, you know, so he was just so stationary, so static, man. Like, why? You know, like, why, man? Like, are you tired? Like, what are you tired from? Like, you had a whole week, like, to rest, right? So, yeah, he had, like, little ankle sprain and everything. But, hey, you're on the pitch, so flipping run, you know, you gotta run. So, like, I think, yeah, overall, Mbappe, I don't think he had a good game. He scored 2 goals, and, yeah, he has 35 goals for the season. But yeah, there's still so much room, like, to improve, you know? Like, next season, if these players don't start linking up well together, man, nothing's going to change, you know? Like, we're not going to win by just one player scoring 35 goals. We're going to win by actually building a team. A team. It's a team sport. Like, I saw Arsenal versus PSG last week, or this week. And man, like PSG, I don't know, like, Luis Enrique, but man, that's a team. That's a team. Like, in comparison, now, even in comparison to Mbappe and then Dembele, right? With these games, Dembele was coming deep. Like, he was finding all those pockets. He was playing. He reminded me a little bit of like Benzema, you know, back in the days. He was finding those pockets. He was making the right decision time and time again. And Mbappe, also, he's still learning the position. At Madrid, playing as a striker, but there's so much room to improve for him to be even mentioned in the same league as Cristiano. So much more room to improve, you know. Mbappe scored the second goal, which was that goal, for example. Like, this is the thing with Madrid, you know. Like, some of it is just kind of like, you know. It's just lucky goals, man. Like, it's not good play. It's just lucky goals. And at the end of the day, Madrid still have some of the best players in the world, and some of the best players who can shoot from outside the box, right? Or from a long distance. So yeah, once, like, give them a chance, and yeah, they'll score an amazing goal, right? And I think maybe, man, like, last maybe month or so, last 4 weeks, it's been all long passes, long shot goals, man. If it's not Arda Guler, it's Mbappe. If it's not Mbappe, it's Valverde. And that's amazing to have in your locker. But you're not going to score, all your goals are not going to be from outside the box. You know, you got to learn how to break down teams. You know, you got to learn how to play differently. You know, this was something Madrid were very, very good at back in the days, right? Finding a way to win, finding a way to break down teams, and to just be clinical, you know. And this season, they have not had it. They have not had it. So, I think, things are going to change for next season. We all know that. Second half, funny enough, like, they started like the first maybe 15 to 20 minutes or something with high intensity, you know, a little bit high, much higher intensity. The most intensity they had throughout the whole game, right? And I was like, that's actually quite surprised. It was refreshing because you're 2-0 up. And you're still showing that, you're in this game, right? Like, you want to get more goals, you want to defend, you want to press, you know. This was they were finally pressing, right, as a team. And then, like, the Mbappe goal. Almost forgot, the point I wanted to make with the Mbappe goal is that in the first half, so they were actually pressing, but the press was quite poor. And Celta, they're not the best team at, like, playing out from the back, or and they could have got the ball, but they didn't get the ball. And then now Celta were running on goal, and then a shot on Courtois' goal, right? And then that's where this counter attack started, right? Which was super nice. Courtois to Vini, Vini to Bellingham, Bellingham to Mbappe, and then Mbappe to score that second goal, right? So it's those things of like it's not necessarily it's not necessarily like strategy. It's not necessarily like link up play. It's just kind of like fluke. They get lucky with some of these goals, right? And in that second goal, when Courtois passes the ball to Vini finally does something that he's not done enough this season. Just quick pass. He gets the ball, first touch, he passes it to Bellingham, and then we're off. Most of the time, like, he wants to hold on to the ball and then start charging up for like a pointless run forward where he loses the ball, right? So it's this thing of like, dude, the ball is faster than you will ever be. The ball is faster than any player. So actually use that, like, be quicker on the ball, right? So then we're 2-0 up, second half comes in, the intensity is good, we get that third goal, great play, Arda Guler once again doing the through balls, which we need our midfielders to start doing more, right? I want to see more from that from Valverde, right? I want to see that from Bellingham. Like, does he have it in his locker? I think he does, but he needs to do it, So we're 3-0 up. Like, at this point, I'm like, surely, this should be a comfortable win. But there's still something in my mind, like a little bit of a doubt. It's like there's no way there's no way we're keeping a clean sheet. And as soon as Celta win, if it's score a goal, if it's gonna be 3-1, I know Madrid, like, they're gonna struggle. It's not like Celta will score and then Madrid would now come back and then score another goal. It hasn't happened this season. So I knew if Celta scored that one goal, like, there's a game on here, right? So funny enough, like, Ancelotti brought on Jacobo for his debut, and he took off Asensio, and I was like, okay, I'm not too sure about this selection, like, why, and at one point I'm like, okay, we're 3-0 up, surely, like, we're gonna win, so, like, yeah, okay, if he takes off Asensio and brings on this new kid, yeah, it should be fine, But at the same point, I'm like, Madrid they've crumbled so many times, like, this season. So I'm like, man, I don't know about that. So 2 minutes later, Celta score the first goal, right? And I'm like, okay. And then that's where things started to get a little bit shaky. And I'm not even saying like it was Jacobo. It wasn't him. It was the fact that, he was left isolated. It's like, okay, a new defender's coming in. You would think like his defenders, the midfielders, they start to, protect him or something, right? Like, it's his debut. So he was left isolated, and then Celta, like, had a lot of joy. They were finding those spaces, right? So it's this thing of like, man, they make one change, and then now the team, like, is not able to defend. Well, actually, the main issue is that Madrid can't defend as a team. So regardless of the players that come on and off, Madrid can't defend as a team. Once again, it's a team sport, right? So then later on, Ceballos came off, Modric came on, and just unlucky that also then 1 minute later, then Celta scored. So when it came to the subs, it didn't really help Madrid, managing the game. And I think maybe actually the second half, like, they managed the game quite poorly because, the subs, but then also the play as well. Like, I think it was 20 minutes left in the game, and actually no, 10 minutes left in the game. Madrid are attacking as if like they're losing the game. I'm like, there's literally like 5 players up front, and I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, honestly, like, our defense is not the best. So we're instead of like dropping back a little bit more safe, because our defense is not the best. We gotta protect it. We're doing this. We're winning 3-2, and then now we're doing from one box to the other. Like, no, man. Like, control the game. Pass. Keep the ball. And then you attack when the opportunity is there, right? So I think the management of the players on the pitch in the second half was not up to scratch. And it could have been 3-3. Celta had plenty of chances to score, like, honestly. And it wouldn't have even surprised me, But, Madrid got the win, So, once again, struggling to the finish line. And then, they got the win, 4 points behind Barcelona. The last thing we have is La Liga. So yeah, once again, they had the chance to win Copa del Rey against Barcelona, and they stumbled towards the end. And then now they have a chance to put a lot more pressure on Barcelona in the upcoming game when they face Barcelona. So yeah, man, they gotta win. They gotta win. You know. And to be honest, like if it's been a poor season, but like if Barcelona win that game again 4 times this season, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like we did just win La Liga last season, right? Like Barcelona's still like they're still a young team, you know, they're still developing. So like for them to beat us 4 times this season, if Madrid lose to them again next in the upcoming game, man, topping off like a truly poor season, you know. Yeah, we'll see in the next game. So there's also like a few players out as well, like Rudiger, Mendy, and Alaba. You know, so yeah, once again, that Mendy playing in the Copa del Rey never should have happened. Never should have happened, you know? And then I'm not too sure what's happening with Rodrigo, but we'll see who we have available for the upcoming game. And yeah, hopefully Madrid can beat Barcelona and put some pressure, you know, towards the end, you know? All right, guys, see you on the next review.